What's up and welcome to another episode of Football Everyday brought to you by Maybank Premier Accounts. Coming to you live and direct as usual from Studio V here at Wanatama. My name's Nelsen. Joining me today, Ian Yee.
What's up?
Good to have you back. K.Anand from Malaysian Insider
Nice
and it's a bumper show today as well as returning Maybank customer Faiz. Guys, good to have you with us. I tell you what, the season's end is fast approaching, right? I mean, and the title race is really down to the wire between Chelsea and United. So let's get into the weekend's results. The early kickoff on Saturday saw Man United entertain high-flying Spurs. Where thrilling encounters saw the home side preserve their excellent record against Spurs with a 3-1 win, 2 penalties by Giggs and a superb goal from Nani. Ian, I'll start with you. Look, we know United had to win, right, as they were playing the early game before Chelsea. Did they deserve the 3 points, you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think over the course of the game, they did deserve to win. But in the end, of course, it took some horrendous defending right? from Spurs. Yeah. I know Shebby must be like tearing his hair out, whatever little he has left there, because it was crazy. The 2 penalties they gave away were just absolutely they were unnecessary. But of course, Nani's goal was class.
Class, right? Good. Anand, as Ian said, poor defending by both sides really contributed to the goals, right? I mean, it was 0-0 in the first half, and suddenly
but again, to be fair, both teams were were in average, mediocre form, but I expected Tottenham to get just that bit better.
Right.
But they just couldn't hit the form. Maybe it's their regular away record, that's all. So, it's just the consistent away record.
In general that it was a deserved win for United?
No comment.
I was actually watching the game in London because I was stranded in the UK actually. Right. And I was watching it in a North London pub with all the Spurs fans around me. It was just me and 2 other United fans sitting in the middle. So we were the only ones cheering the United goals. God. And when Spurs scored a goal, the whole place went crazy. But after that, we had our revenge. When United scored a game,
you could have been killed, man.
I didn't care. It was fun. It was good fun.
All right. And with United having won, Chelsea responded with aplomb, as we know, as they dished out a classy 7-0 thrashing of Stoke City at the Bridge. Anand, Carlo Ancelotti couldn't have asked for a better response, right?
Of course not. I mean, it really boosted their goal difference to help them just try and get that glimmer of hope that in the event that United also can drop points, they drop points, then if it's a tie, it's still possible. Yeah.
I mean, Faiz, you deserve it. I mean, definitely deserve it.
From the game, they should have. I thought the goal difference would be larger. They could have easily gone 8, 9, or even 10. So to say that they deserve a 7-0 goal, yes, of course.
Alright, okay, and in terms of the coveted 4th spot, Manchester City failed in their attempt to take advantage of Spurs' defeat to United, as they only managed a drab 0-0 draw against Arsenal at the Emirates. Faiz, since you're an Arsenal supporter, I think most of us were expecting this one to serve up, lots of goals, some drama, and especially with Patrick Vieira returning to the Emirates and stuff, but it turned out to be boring, right?
Yeah, barring the 3 old players that came, the booing of Emmanuel Adebayor, it was expected. Arsenal has this realistic side to them. I don't know how to put it. It's just that when they see things going as it is now, they just resign to the fact that, okay, we're not in the title race. We don't need to do anything special now with Fabregas out as well. So they just play according to, okay, we'll just finish the game.
Yeah. To be fair though, Van Persie played, which means that he would have wanted to win the game. But the fact is, Man City didn't come to play. They played the same tactics as Man United against Man United, and they were just lucky to let in the goal to score the previous week. Now they didn't have any problem.
Actually, I think the lack of ambition was probably more on City's side.
Yeah, definitely.
Which oddly enough, City are the one that have something to play for.
To win, right?
But they played with Vieira and De Jong in central midfield.
Tactically, they would have just thought that they can beat Spurs at home. Then they will be clear on 4th.
Alright guys, great stuff there. But it's time for our very first break here on Football Everyday brought to you by Maybank Premier Accounts. So we'll be back real soon with more football chat and banter with the guys right after these messages, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Football Everyday, brought to you by Maybank Premier Accounts here on the second segment of the show. Moving on very quickly with the weekend's results, guys. At the bottom end of the table, Burnley's relegation was confirmed following a dismal 4-0 defeat at home to Liverpool. Guys, Stevie G finally showed some of the quality that's been kind of missing, over the course of the season with 2 goals. But Ian, Burnley have been awful, right, since Owen Coyle left.
Oh yeah, absolutely terrible.
I mean,
there's no chance of them.
They were clear of the relegation zone before he left.
Yeah,
correct.
Downhill from then on, right? Anand, we all know you need to score goals to survive in the Premier League, right? And Burnley, we know, have struggled to do that. And they keep conceding goals as well. So in your opinion, do they deserve to go down?
Yeah, they deserve to go down. I mean, for all the promise they showed, beating Man United in the beginning, first few games of the season, and now where they've collapsed to because of Owen Coyle, which means that obviously the players were lost without him.
Right. I mean, and Hull City's own fate was practically sealed as well.
Yeah.
As they also went down at home by a goal to 0 to Sunderland. Ian, Hull would be another disappointing team, right? So good riddance to them as well.
Yeah, I think probably they should have maybe just hung on to what's his name, Phil Brown, or Phil Orange as they like to call him because of that awful tan that he has. But they probably would have done better if they kept him, I think. I mean, nobody likes Phil Brown. It shows something probably about his character that people in England, the press, they hate him. But still, you need that consistency there, and then they do manage reasonably well with him around. They play as well as they can with him around. So why not? And but once they took him out, I mean the disconnect there suddenly, I think that cost them the season.
Quickly, Faiz, I mean, you think Hull and Burnley deserve to go down along with Portsmouth?
Based on their performance, there's not much to say. They're going down because they played the way they did, and maybe most teams that get promoted, they should promise in the beginning, but not much can stay. So I say that bring on the new teams.
All right. Okay. Time now for our email of the week. This week, which comes from Suresh Kumar, who is a massive Barcelona fan. Suresh is of the opinion that Lionel Messi is the best player in the world. Wow. Okay, and speaking of Lionel Messi, I tell you what, Suresh, my good friend Ian recently, lucky Ian, got the chance to actually meet Lionel Messi.
In Barcelona?
Yeah, right. He had to add that in, Bro, tell us a bit more about the session.
Yeah, it's great. It was actually an ad shoot for Maxis. Okay, Maxis is launching this program because they'll be streaming all their matches live on mobile phones and smartphones. So they're launching this ad campaign with Messi and Lampard. So they brought us along for the ad shoot, and that's where I got to meet Messi. I got to see him do his thing. He was doing some skills on the ball and all that. It was amazing to watch because he's absolutely frightening.
Right.
He looks like a kid because the stuff he wears, he really looks like a kid. He's about my height. When they put the ball at his feet, he was absolutely frightening.
Right.
It's amazing.
You said you met Lampard as well, right?
Yeah, I got to interview Lampard because with Messi there was a bit of a language barrier. And he was he's a bit shy. So Lampard was a great guy, and a nice guy, and he was very open. And he actually said that Messi, he believes, is the best player ever already.
Right, yeah.
And instead of calling England his favourites, he said Spain were the favourites for the World Cup.
Wow.
Yeah, Spain.
Nice. Well, did Lampard give you any stick for being a United fan?
Yeah, he did. He asked me later on because I gave him. I bought a Chelsea scarf. It's a terrible thing to do. I bought a Chelsea scarf so that he could sign it. I didn't buy a jersey. Okay, so that speaks a lot for my allegiances. So I bought him a scarf, and then before he signed it, he said, "So, who do you support? Do you support Chelsea?" He said, "No, I actually support United." I said, "Oh, I shouldn't have done the interview."
So he can joke as well, right? Faiz, your thoughts on Messi very quickly?
Well, Arsenal, my team, we have a long history even before the Champions League final. Players exchange coming through from Fabregas from Barcelona. Yeah. So I think I don't have a real strong stand on Messi. I think he's a really good player, and he's almost perfect in the way he plays. He has the skill, the speed, the control, the finishing. So to say that he is one of the best players in the world right now, it's not unbelievable for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Another thing, Lampard was actually left out of the PFA Team of the Year.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Which is crazy. Instead, Fletcher got in. I mean, even as a United fan, I have to say Lampard is a class above almost any other central midfield player in the world.
Totally agree with you there. For that winning email, Suresh, you picked up a nice prize courtesy of Football Everyday. If you're also a Maybank account holder, you'll also take home a Maybank pack consisting of a Maybank bag and an Adidas Premium. So write to us, football@thestar.com.my is the address to do so. Time now for our second and final break on the show. So we'll be right back real soon with more football chat and banter here on Football Everyday, brought to you by Maybank Premier Accounts. Hello, and you're back with us on Football Everyday, brought to my Maybank Premier Accounts on the third segment, and this is where we preview the weekend's upcoming fixtures. I tell you what, where else can you start?
Yeah.
But with the big one at Anfield, early kickoff, early Sunday kickoff, where the red of Liverpool will take on the blue of Chelsea. Ian, as a Man United fan, you know, we're both hoping for Liverpool to do us a favour, right?
Yeah.
But do you think there's any realistic chance that they can beat Chelsea? I mean, look, they've got fourth spot to play for, right?
Yeah, I think they
happen?
probably can't. They can't. They don't have the ability to beat Chelsea. But like Anand was telling us earlier, I don't think they might not even want to, right?
They may not want to, yeah, exactly. Honestly speaking now, the difference here is that, yeah, fourth spot is there, but Man City and Spurs, either one or both of them are playing on Saturday, so they will know by then that it's game over. They wouldn't be able to catch up because they can only go to up to 68 points, if I'm not mistaken. And these guys are with 3 games in hand, 64 points. There's almost a nil chance of Liverpool getting the fourth spot. If they can deprive United of getting the 19th title, it's not just the 4th consecutive, but the 19th title. If I were, all Liverpool fans should be petitioning and writing a letter to the team and saying, don't win, don't lose. I mean, just lose the game, give the game away, because you do not want to live for the rest of your life knowing that Man United now have got more titles.
Faiz, you fancy the Reds or Blues in this one, man?
Realistically, even as a layman fan, I would say that Chelsea will win.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, they will win anyway.
To be fair, Chelsea won against Aston Villa 7-1, and the next week they beat United at Old Trafford 2-1. So this could be that momentum as well, another pickup after the Spurs loss.
Give me a score prediction, guys. Ian?
I think it could be a bit of a thrashing, maybe like a 3-0 or something.
Wow.
Chelsea could win by 2-0 or 2-1, 2-0-2-1.
Along the same ideas, about 2 goals difference.
Okay. After that game is done, Man United travel to the Stadium of Light to face Sunderland. Ian, you think Steve Bruce is going to do his old team a favour? Or not?
No, I think Sunderland, they need the points, they need the confidence, so they're going to be going on, and they have hit a reasonable patch of form recently. Darren Bent is starting to get the goals again. So I think it could be a tough game for United, especially with Sunderland home. You know, their home form has been pretty okay, pretty decent. So United are in for it, up against it, but you still expect them probably to nick it, maybe
at least by a goal.
By a goal, I think. Yeah.
Anand, can United win this one?
They should be able to, because even despite Rooney,
regardless of the result,
regardless of Rooney, and regardless of Anfield,
Rooney,
the fact that they can win this game, they've got more firepower, they've got more momentum, and they're used to this whole final push like no other team in the league.
Yeah. When you say more firepower, immediately comes to my Dimitar Berbatov. That's not my idea of firepower
in terms of collective.
Yeah, the whole team. But coming back to Berbatov, I think at the moment, if you ask me which player I prefer, Darren Bent or Dimitar Berbatov.
Or Makeda even.
Give me Darren Bent. or Makeda. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, over at the City of Manchester Stadium, Man City host Aston Villa in what should be an explosive encounter. Seeing as Villa are just a point above City in 5th spot, though City have a game in hand. Ian, looks like the battle for 4th is really close. So can you see anything separating these two sides?
No, I still think it's between City and Spurs. I don't think any of the other teams can catch up. I mean, that's been my prediction all this while. So I'm gonna hold strong to that. I think City
going to beat Villa.
Yes. I think so. Yes. Yeah.
Faiz?
Hard to say.
City do Villa at home?
I can't really say, because Villa and City have the potential to win almost any game, no matter who they play. But sometimes they just turn off. They just turn off. So I can't really say, but I'm hoping that City won't win.
Actually, I wonder whether Vieira helps or not. But honestly speaking, they should be able to beat Villa quite easily.
And to close things, the match at Ewood Park sees Blackburn welcome Arsenal. Faiz, what's it going to be very quickly? Home win, away win, or draw?
I think Blackburn has been quite a roadblock for many of teams this season, especially at home. And quite a few managers have expressed concern, saying that even with the big four, it's going to be a roadblock.
Right.
So hopefully Van Persie coming in will just give Arsenal the push. Because he just came in, okay, we need to do this, we need to win. And whatever it is, at the end of the season, just go all out and win.
I think they'll beat Blackburn as well. But nice one, guys. So just before we leave, as usual, today's Football Everyday Fun Fact is on Man United's evergreen winger, Ryan Giggs. Guys, did you know that Giggs has never been sent off when playing for Man United, with his only red card coming when playing for Wales against Norway in 2001? Both on and off the field. Look, I mean, Giggs really is exemplary, isn't he?
Yeah. It's hard for somebody who weighs as light as a feather to get a red card. I mean, he can't bring anybody down.
But it shows you what kind of aspects he has in his game. I mean, look, he can tackle, he can score, he can pass.
Actually, on my trip to the UK, one of the people that we met are actually people who organize football games overseas for Premier League teams. And so they get a lot of chance to interact with the players. And it turns out they were saying that doing all these medical tests and all that, where they check the body fat and the stamina and everything, they say that the player in United that always gets top marks is Ryan Giggs. So that shows you how much he's kept fit. Even with Ronaldo in the team back then.
Right. Wow.
And then very quickly, I got to ask you, do you think the title will be decided this weekend? Look, I mean, if Chelsea don't lose or win at Anfield and United fail to beat Sunderland, will it be over?
Oh yeah, if Chelsea win, you mean?
Yeah, if Chelsea don't lose or win and United don't beat Sunderland.
Yeah, then it definitely
Chelsea's,
is decided, for sure.
Alright guys, that's all the time we have on today's show. So sorry to cut you off there. But that is all the time we have for this week's edition of Football Every Day, brought to you by Maybank Premier Accounts. So we'll see you real soon, next week, same time, same place. Till then, enjoy the football. It's me, Nelson, and the gang saying ciao on Football Every Day.
Alrighty then. But honestly speaking, if Sunderland can get a point off Man U,
it's over.
It's over, yeah.